Okay, this is gonna be a bit meta because I'm gonna voice my opinion about not needing to have an opinion, which is, I don't know, it feels awkward. Um, I have never been, well, I've never been, it's difficult for me to voice my opinion. Partly because as a child, I was not always allowed to have an opinion. At home, it was very unpredictable as to what opinions I could have and what not. And I got very, like, for the opinions I wasn't allowed to have, I got rejected quite harshly, I would say. And so I kind of felt not safe to voice my opinion in a lot of settings, in a lot of moments. And lately I've been thinking, like, do I need to have do I need to voice an opinion? Is it really necessary, or is it something that I just don't feel comfortable doing because I'm afraid to get rejected? And so here's what I think. You don't have to have an opinion. You're not a monster if you do have opinions. Like, I think it's very important to have opinions, but just I think it's also important to be selective. As in, there's like this, the world has changed, right? The world has been, well, especially since I grew up, I'm 32 now, so like, you know, I grew up partially without the internet. And the world, with the internet, the world has become so much bigger and so much, there are so many more opinions to have and to share. The question is, do you need to? Do we need to share all of those opinions, or can we be selective in them? Like, I think when you share only important opinions, important to you, I mean, I think that makes you a more interesting person, as in, like, your values become more clear, your ideas, your feelings become more clear. So I think it's very nice to, you know, just be selective in what you want to have an opinion on and what you don't. And also, it's very difficult to have an opinion about stuff that you don't know anything about. Like, people do that a lot these days. People just share their opinion even though they don't really base it on anything. They just want to share their opinion, which is, I suppose, fine. But when you actually want to have a conversation with them, that's really difficult because they don't really have the information to base their opinion on. And so you get stuck in, like, well, I think this. And then, well, and then there's no conversation. So, okay, you have an opinion, but now what, you know? I think opinions in that sense are great to learn from each other, you know. Having opinions just for the sake of an opinion doesn't really teach you anything, right? But having informed opinions, having information to support your opinion can be really, really useful. It can be very nice to just, you know, discuss things and learn more from other people with that opinion. But it's really difficult to do that for really everything. So I think what I'm trying to say is, like, I think it would be nice to just, you know, for me, because I struggle with this, right? And this is why I make the video, because I struggle with it, and maybe someone else does, but, you know, I just like to voice my thoughts this way. It's just like, you know, practice in, you know, being comfortable not having an opinion about something. When someone asks you about something, like, to have an opinion about something, just, you know, think to yourself, like, do I really want to have an opinion on this? Do I actually have an opinion on this? Or is this something that doesn't really interest me as much, or doesn't really, like, I'm not the right person to, you know, to talk to about. That's okay too, you know. Becomes your mind. I think your mind can become a lot clearer if you have defined for yourself what your values are and what you want to have an opinion about. I guess sort of declutter your brain like that, like your thoughts. Like, okay, so this is important for me to have on my mind, and this is important for me, and this not really, and this maybe, you know. But like figuring that out, and you know, practicing to not always try to have an opinion when asked, or to feel uncomfortable not having one and feeling insecure about it, but just be like, okay, yeah, well, I mean, this is just, I don't know. I don't know is a fine answer. I don't know. You know, that's okay. It's okay not to know things. Anyway, that's something I wanted to talk about because I know it's something on my mind. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye.